Katie. Patches, come here. You want to be on YouTube? Hello. I may very well have chosen a bad time of day to go live. And right before I went live, I saw that Emma is live on Hi Justice Seeker 9402. I am a little bit. I have an earache. I got ready to go live and got my stuff together, and then I got my notification that Emma is live on Crime Stories Obsessed. So, this may not be a very good idea. I really don't like to be in competition with channels that I like and subscribe to. I mean, not competition. You know what I mean. I like to watch her. So, I'm going to sit here for a minute and, you know, if we get a few, I'll go ahead with what I was going to talk about, which pumping the brakes on the crazy train. Thank you that you enjoy my commentary, which is exactly what it is. Welcome to Old Lip Lock No More. Hi, my name's Susan. Oh, I don't know that I'm going to need to throw out any trigger warnings today. I'm not planning on cussing. And like I say, we may very well not actually get into my topic. I keep looking up to check the counter because I've actually put some, like, not that you baby dolls that are here aren't worth it. You are all worth it, even if it's just one, or even if there's nobody, and it just becomes an upload later. But hi, Shay Safe Place. Hi, lovely. Back at ya. Thank you for coming over to Mod. I was just telling Justice Seeker and whoever else is watching right now, I got to feeling a little bit better, and I trimmed the split ends off my hair and blah, blah, blah. And the earache, hi Barbara, is letting up just a little bit, pumping the brakes on the crazy train. Oh, by the way, it just now occurred to me. Thank you, Shay. It just now popped in my head. I don't want anybody to think that that is a reference in any way to Cher and Voices Behind the Wall, y'all. That is a phrase that is just common with people that I know. Like if you're going a little over the top, they'll just say, hey, pump the brakes on the crazy train. So it's not I'm not throwing shade. And look, now see, here comes Crime Stories Obsessed going live. Oh. So, Shay, your video, I think, is on point this morning. JS is suspicious. Shay, I haven't watched your video from... Have you put up a video? Hi, Vet Girl RWB. Is it morning for you, darling? It's nigh on late afternoon. As a matter of fact, hi, Tembo Pete. Hi, Tennessee Twister. I just texted Bob, and I said I got to feeling a little bit better. And, okay, Shay, I will be sure to go see that. I love your work, honey. Go ahead and drop your link, babe, if you want to. Anywho, the earache that I'm having, kind of lightened up, and so I texted Bob and I said, I'm going to start a late live that means either leftovers or soup and sandwich for dinner. Sorry, please bring me cigarettes. Love you. So, but I wanted to kind of see Tennessee Twister. Jody Sue said you were stalking her. Hi, Krama Mama. I subbed to your channel. And I am really super excited about whatever you and Scott are working on together. Of course, you guys know, Scott H is the only channel that I'm a member of. You know, I would be a member of some others if I could it, but if I had to pick one. So, total game changer, Krama Mama. I know Scott rocks Justice Seeker. I know. I've been watching Scott since before, and thank y'all for subbing to Krama Mama. I've been watching Scott since before he had his own channel. Y'all may have even heard me tell this story or seen it in a chat before. I met Scott in AB's chat room because I watched, AB was my late night back then, and all of a sudden this guy named Scott H, or Scott H Has Thoughts, I don't remember which it was then, kept popping up, dropping like, he just dropped some little something or other, you know, and he'd catch my eye. And after a little while I figured out those were the people he was looking for. The ones that his chat caught their eye and made them go, So, and of course y'all know I mod for Penny on True Crime Commentary, and so I've been with both of them since day one. I don't mod for Scott, but I mod for Penny. And y'all know that everybody knows where I go and who I see and who I... Mimi T, who I like, who I don't like, and look, y'all, I don't want to get into it because I really do want to stick with my title about pumping the brakes on the crazy train. But the way Mama always, or would often, when appropriate, say, I'll give you, I will trust you till you give me a reason not to. No creator involved in any of the drama has ever done anything mean or bad to me. If they have, they've done it behind my back in a Discord or, you know, some backroom thing like that. So basically, cuss warning. Double cuss warning. Hi, Louise. Welcome from Scotland, land of my ancestors. If anybody would go around behind my back, texting other all the different ways we hear when things get, like when somebody turns the volume up to 11 and it only goes from 1 to 10, and you're like, you know, you're crazy right now, your cray-cray is like at an 11, and I'd like for you to bring it down to a 4. what am I trying to say? For one thing, I try to be diplomatic. For another thing, as long as the creator trusts me to mod for them, until they take that blue wrench away and they have maybe learned something somewhere that I don't know what it would be, but if they did, that would be their call, and nobody's taken a wrench, and everybody knows who I mod for, because when I mod, I follow terms of service for YouTube. I'm not there. This is how I work. This is not about any other moderators here or anywhere else. This is how I approach it. My job is to keep their chat clean based on their format, based on what they allow. Hi, Brandy Bradford. Hi, welcome. It's always good to see you too. So, for me personally, and this is all about how I try to be diplomatic, but remain true to myself in regards to other channels, other creators. If I'm their moderator, I follow their rules. It's not my rules, it's theirs. Also, the word mod from moderator directly implies keeping it cool, keeping a balance. You know, when I was in school, in high school, and doing debate club, the moderator's job was to maintain order. Hi, Holly Berry. Hi, Half Pint. I may have to plug us in with the lag. Might help, I don't know. But anyway, to close that out. To the best of my knowledge, nobody, creator-wise, has done anything that would make me, has it, y'all see what I'm getting at? Hellfire, I'm going round and round a bush just trying to say, if I don't buy into what, I'm not there as a moderator to express my opinion. I'm there to watch their chat and to drop links if they want and stuff like that. And when I go into other chat rooms, I've been known to defend other creators in a chat room, but I try to keep it diplomatic. So, anyway, looks like we got a few in here, so I'm kind of thinking that maybe we will go ahead and look at, I have just pulled out what, in my personal opinion, are bullet points, maybe, in regards to Leslie Earhart's statements to the press. I couldn't get a date, I couldn't get an exact date on the first one that I'm going to refer, but I'm quite sure that it was June the 16th. So I was careful to not put dates and stuff. It's kind of a free flow, but, well, let me, first of all, I'm going to have to turn the camera, not the whole device, but I'm going to flip the lens because I want y'all to be able to look at my desktop monitor so that you can read what I'm talking about. These are excerpts. And y'all know once I get going, and forgive me if I have missed you. Hi, Angel P. And welcoming you and saying hello. But you are welcome here, and all opinions are welcome as long as they are worded in a respectful way. The mods will only block you if you are triggering to other viewers and causing a disruption in chat that changes chat's focus from the topic at hand to not pumping the brakes on the crazy train. And you'll only get timed out if you, and so please consider this your first warning, a verbal if you're new. A verbal warning that I don't allow dissing of other creators in my chat. No bashing. I do like a free flow of discussion for my chat room, even though we are not Wells supporters per se. I am an innocent until proven guilty supporter. So although many of us here agree that Donald and Candace have guilty knowledge in regards to the disappearance of their daughter, Summer Moon Utah Wells, on June the 15th of 2021. Guilty knowledge, and we often, as I say we, not you, we will often even use terminology such as, they're guilty. They did it. Guilty of what? Did what? Do we agree they're likely guilty of something? Something foul? Yes, most of us here on Lip Lock No More do. But we don't know guilty of what, and we don't know what it is. If TBI doesn't know, trigger warning for cussing, I can guarantee you we don't. So I want to look at these few excerpts that are a progression. Hi Tracy, hi BL. Absolute neglect, BL. And that's one of those that I feel like I don't even have to preface with, in my opinion, or apparently, or reportedly. Anyone who has seen the footage on the interview room when Chris McDonough was allowed inside that house, the yard, oh my gosh, okay, whatever, out in the country, whatever. Refrigerator on the front porch, okay, whatever. Probably should have had it tied up so that you weren't risking somebody maybe getting in there and suffocating. But, no, we know too much, honey. Hi, allegedly. We know too much about Donald and Candace for anybody to excuse them of child neglect. That's as far as I'm going to go with, you don't want me on the jury because, okay, now, I'm going to see if I can flip the screen here, and where's the thing? Hi, Nicole, and thank you, Cherokee Girl, for being here to mod, as well as for making our guests and viewers feel welcome. And yes, Shay, please, if you would. Yeah, guilty of not watching the kids, Tennessee Twister. Hi, truly amazing. Yeah, honey, a benign jury. Here's the thing. I'm not arguing your point. I'm playing devil's advocate. We may assume because we're so absorbed in Summer's disappearance, and many of you, as well as myself, spend probably more hours a day than we should for our own sake. But in that vein, I don't think there are as many people aware as what we who are always on YouTube working this case think. So I think you have a valid point, but I would argue that there is also good potential, because don't forget, a lot of, cuss warning, there's a shitload of people don't watch YouTube. So the only thing they know about Summer, if they know or have seen anything at all, is on WJHL, WATE, and the other one that I'll remember here when we do the thing. Now, I'm going to have to do a little finagling here. I need to ask you to bear with me while I flip this lens and kind of adjust the camera, because I want you to be able to see a brief progression of what Leslie Earhart has told us. So let me flip this. Hang on. Okay. All right, I got to prop it up just a little bit so you can actually see the top of the screen. And I think I've got what I need here, but I just want to be sure. All right, hang on, let me click around. Let me click a couple of times here. Okay, can y'all see that? Baby, one of the mods, yeah, thank you. Hi, Hybrid Pisces. Look at you mods right up on top of that bot. Okay, Tennessee Twister says you can see it. Got another one, babies. Mods, I have a feeling that you're going to be more, taken with that crap. Hi, Esther. Probably more that crap there, honeys, than, like trolls and whatnot. Okay. All right, now, darlings, I'm going to take my eyes off of chat. If you tag me, I may see it, but I want to get through this. Now, you'll notice at the top here, what I have is a quote that you have seen on our bulletin board, and you have heard me repeat numerous times out of the mouth of Leslie Earhart, the Public Information Officer for the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation. It's one of my favorites, if not the favorite. However, all avenues continue to be explored. Now I'm going to do some scrolling here. Okay. TBI, now the reason I've put this statement in here, TBI, I'm digressing, just hang on, I'll get through it. TBI is not changing the story. They're giving updates. Things change, for fuck's sake. That's quote, lip lock no more. Because over the last, week-ish or so, in several chat rooms and on several panels, I have observed different ones making a remark about TBI is changing the timeline, or they're changing the story, or they tell us this one day and then they tell us that the next day, so they're changing it. No, they're not changing it. For crying out, hey, Casby, honey, Casby, thank you so much, darling, for the almost immediate update on Charlize. I hated getting the news, but I appreciated getting it. And it facilitated me, Casby, to do an update. Hi, Novelus. Welcome, darling. Hi, Kimmy. So, when a law enforcement agency, when a public information officer comes forward with a statement over the progression of time, they're not changing the story, they're giving an update. And as I put here, sorry, I'm not very good at scrolling. Trying to find the little thing over on the side. I can't even see my cursor. Okay. The change from missing child to Amber Alert is, okay, based on new evidence. That's in quotes because that's what Leslie Earhart said when asked. Why did you change? Hi, Dutchie. Why did you when asked in the presser, why did you change from an endangered missing child to an Amber Alert? Well, they got new evidence. Things changed from the evening of June the 15th, 2021, when hi, Jenica, everybody's first showing up. Churchill Rescue Squad, all of the other mutual aid agencies that showed up to assist in the search for more than 2 weeks. But those first 24 hours, they got new evidence. It changed to Amber Alert, quote, based on new evidence, unquote. Did she tell us what the new evidence was? No. Oh, hi, Duchess of Carolina. Why do we think that might be? It's a rhetorical question. You're welcome to answer each other in chat if you want to, but I want to go back to what we're looking at, babies. If it's based on new evidence and then Agent Earhart chooses not to tell us what that evidence is, I think there's probably a pretty fucking good reason for that. Hi, Sifta. Okay. Now, this next quote I have, and y'all, if you don't know, I'm sure all of you do. But when you see something like here on this next quote where it says she and then Summer is in brackets, not parentheses, brackets. When you see that, like in a news or magazine article, that means that word was not originally in the quote. That means that what Leslie Earhart said was she was last seen outside her home in the 100 block of Ben Hill Road. The writer, in this case me, interjects Summer in brackets in order to eliminate confusion. It's called SIK, S-I-K. Anyway, enough on journalism. So that changed. That statement is from way early on, like within the first 24 hours of June the 15th, 2021. Yes, Agent Earhart did say that. New evidence changed the information later released to her home. Not outside her home, not walking down the road near her home, just near her home. All right. Now we're going to go 9 days in. Leslie Earhart, partial quote. Definitely outside the norm. Another partial quote. No one is more frustrated than we, TBI, are. Definitely outside the norm. No one is more frustrated than we are. 9 days. The WJHL television station news desk says, quote, investigators say they are heartbroken and extremely frustrated as the case is taking longer than usual to resolve. This is 9 days in. TBI is frustrated, heartbroken, extremely frustrated at the 9-day mark because the case is taking longer than usual to resolve. On that same news report, we have footage of Agent Earhart saying, typically in an investigation like this one, we have some idea of where the case is headed and what might have happened within a few days. In this situation, despite doing everything within our power in exploring all avenues, the circumstances leading to Summer's disappearance remain unclear. All right, let's go to 14 days into Summer's disappearance. Ansley Daniel, reporter, tells us that at 14 days in, TBI has received 715 tips. And Ansley, in part, tells us this. TBI confirms efforts to find the little girl have not stopped. Amber Alert will remain active until Summer is found. Ansley also tells us that TBI has told her, hi, the real Gigi, at this point, there will be no on-camera updates until there is a significant development. So because Agent Earhart has made that statement to WJHL's Ansley Daniel, instead, Ansley Daniel reads us this email. Now, this is not the actual email, no. This is my transcription. Watching Ansley on WJHL from her verbal reading of it to the camera during the newscast. Email from Leslie Earhart, TBI, to WJHL, as read by Ansley Daniel. Although the ground search has scaled back, points of interest have been searched daily since Sunday that will continue to occur as needed. what might happen. Now, let me break in here a minute on my quote. Will continue to occur as needed. What did she say earlier about significant developments? Efforts to find the little girl have not stopped. Updates and new evidence. Why did it change from missing child to Amber Alert? New evidence. So, as I've told you, baby dolls, before, pay attention to what Agent Earhart does not say. Read between the lines. Put on your thinking cap, use your noggin, and know that when she says occur as needed means when something changes, you can bet your sweet ass we're going to be out there doing the search. All right. Now, where am I? Where are we? Okay. To continue with the email from Leslie Earhart, TBI, Public Information Officer, to WJHL. The circumstances leading to Summer's disappearance remain unclear, which is why we continue to explore all possibilities, including foul play. Now that was 2 weeks in. Now maybe there are some I missed. Likely there could be. Between 2 weeks and 5 months. There are some actually that I remember glancing at, but there was nothing new. Same statement. But what happens between 2 weeks in and 5 months in? TBI announces the retrieval of the digital data. Hi, Deb. Significant development, I'd say. Cuss warning. Motherfucking significant development, I'd say. Yes, Janice. We want this baby home. Well, now, baby, I do have to say this. I don't want her at the place she used to call home. I want her safe and sound if she's still alive. Okay, let me get back on. But you notice there, 5 months in, all they did was tell us the digital data had been retrieved, peppered with word reversal on what we just read from the 2-week mark. So nothing had changed significant that they're choosing to tell us. Let me say that again. That they are choosing to tell us. Know why? None your business. We got an investigation going on here, y'all. So, yeah, okay. Let me get back on track here. All right. 6 months in. WJHL and Leslie Earhart, TBI Public Information Officer. On-camera interview. At this time, there is no evidence that she was abducted. So from 5 months in, now I'm surmising, I am speculating. Let's make that really clear, just in case. They get the digital data back, and 1 month later, we get this announcement. At this time, there is no evidence that she was abducted. Is Leslie saying that there's no evidence in the digital data that was retrieved that she was abducted? I don't know. Or is it smoke and mirrors? Hi, Lane. Is John QQ in here? Hi, Duchess of Discussions. John QQ! Okay, gosh, not a well support. John, now I'm going to be all nervous. I was doing great until a professional came in. Okay. Pardon my smoker's cough. All right. We're almost through this, babies. At this time, there is no evidence that she was abducted. However, Miss Susan's favorite quote, all avenues continue to be explored, including, now what do we see up here? Which is why we continue to explore all possibilities, including foul play. And then we get, at this time, there is no evidence that she was abducted. However, all avenues continue to be explored, including foul play and the very real possibility that she wandered off and became lost in the mountainous and rough terrain surrounding her home. There are no updates, but we are still actively investigating her disappearance, and it is ongoing. That's what we got 6 months in, December the 15th, 2021, from WJHL. I got to adjust the camera a little bit because I can't scroll up anymore. Let me tip it down. Okay. What we got from news on WBIR was just a little title card saying 1-800-TBI find. There was no interview with TBI. They just, if you got any info, call this. WATE, all they told us was that the Amber Alert was still active and they had no interview with TBI. And you know me, I had to give you the 1-800-TBI find. So, let me flip back around here. Hello. Oh, my phone is overheating so badly. So, hi, 12-step woman. For me personally, hi, radio gods. And half pint if I missed you, baby, I'm sorry. Just going over these little, what for me personally were significant markers in a 6-month progression. I know we're past the 7th month, but these are just statements beginning within 24 hours after Summer was reported disappearing, having been gone, and December the 15th of 2021. I know that many of you aren't hopeful over what I just read. I understand. I get it. I do. I hope you'll take time to go back and rewatch this. Not the part with me jacking my jaws or whatever. But maybe just the part, and look again at this progression. It's why I actually do have hope of finding Summer alive. Statistics won't bear that out. My brain says you need to be reasonable, but my heart won't let go. But babies, as objectively as I can, as objective as I can be, this time progression of statements from Leslie Earhart shows me they are working, because I'm reading between the lines. We don't want to forget they may need to stack charges. If Summer's body is never found or not found, don't want to think about that. If Summer is no longer with us, the living, there could be a strong possibility that the remark Donald Wells once made some time ago, that her body will never be found, it could be true. So what do we have then? Circumstantial evidence. Baby dolls, now look, y'all are true crime fans. Circumstantial cases. They got to be able, it's got to be as ironclad as it can possibly be, no matter who the perps are. No matter who. And if there is no foul play, which would include abduction, whether planned or not, whether known or not unknown, look, if the baby wandered away and she's never found, and that's all that it is, I don't believe that, but if that's all that it is, then I don't want anybody who is innocent of doing something to her to be falsely accused and or convicted of a crime they did not commit. But I do want to see Donald Wells and Candace Bly held responsible to the fullest extent the law will allow for every fucking thing that they have done. Everything from one bowl of soup and 4 spoons in the middle of a nasty floor, to rotting teeth, to everything we know about them. And some may say, know about them? Yeah, because we've watched you live on YouTube, telling us, Don and Candace, exactly who the fuck you are. And exactly who the fuck you're not. And what you are is career criminals. Whether or not you did anything or are responsible for Summer's disappearance, Donald Wells and Candace Bly, you're career criminals. You're habitual liars. your alcoholics, and your dope heads. All resulting in the sheer neglect of 8, maybe 9 children. Well, no, if there is the 9th, she did the wise thing and gave that baby up. But 8 children. So Don and Candace, I have no doubt whatsoever, you're guilty as motherfuckers for that. Including if she wandered off. Because that, to me, means you weren't paying attention. For whatever reason. For whatever self-absorbed reason. Summer is gone, and it's your fucking fault. Candace Bly and Candace Harrow. So there's that. Sorry, I forgot to turn off my notifications. Oklahoma, stop instant messaging me on Facebook when I'm live on YouTube. It's like, every one of those things you've heard is Oklahoma. So, babies, that's all I'm asking you is just think about it. Give law enforcement the benefit of the doubt. Ronnie Lawson, please. Tuck to the hand because the ear ain't listening. Tuck to the rear because the hand ain't listening. But I do trust TBI. And I trust FBI. And don't let people tell you that FBI is not involved. FBI card may have gone back to Boston. We're told. Does that mean it's true? No. Oklahoma, stop. Now. She must not be watching. And I'm totally frozen up. So, looky here. I'm going to plug us in. Trixie Star. Oh, my. You, baby. I got to plug in. Y'all. Hi, Crystal's Crime Time. Baby dolls, my phone is literally, it is so freaking hot. It actually feels like it could light. So, I don't know if we're going to have time. Am I back? Kind of. Hi, AC.
Received from Oklahoma.
Yes, I know I'm receiving messages from Oklahoma. Fuck. Like 200 million billion of them. Anyway. Look, let's think about what Leslie Earhart, Agent Earhart, is actually saying. Read between, I swear, the next time I see Oklahoma in a chat, she obviously is not watching.
New message is received from Oklahoma.
Well, I guess y'all know who I hear from, don't you? Trixie, could you please get a hold of Oklahoma and tell her to bug the fuck off? I'm not sick. It's the damn smoker's cough. All right, now look. I am not... Sure thing, Mama. I don't like leaving you on a real serious note. So we're going to reread a story. Hi, Nurse Rojo. Hey, Kim. Okay. Before I started doing lives, thanks to some people in the background who told me I should, duh, Trixie. Anyway, um, and I was like under heavy attack by like the king of tinfoil hat wearers in the YouTube universe of creators. I read a pre-recorded upload and I turned it sideways on purpose so that that creator would have to work like really fucking hard to like write the footage, and I was just trying to fuck with him, right? And I read to that creator The Emperor's New Clothes, copyright disclaimer. We'll have our story, then we'll say bye-bye. Copyright disclaimer. Fair use clause, section 107 of 1976, allows for teaching, commentary, parody, satire, farce, education, research, a shitload of reasons why I can read to you from this copywritten work, which is titled Politically Correct Bedtime Stories, as conceived, perceived, and written by Mr. James Finn, Finn Garner, copywritten in 1994, copyright held by James Finn Garner, and published by Macmillan Publishing Company of New York. And the baby dolls know, Mama is not politically correct. I don't like politically correct. I don't fuck politically correct. So we're going to read. Ange, I hope you can find it, honey. Like I said, in 1994. I don't know if it's, I honestly don't know if it's available anywhere. Okay, darlings. I need you to get really not serious for a moment. Let your hair down. And if you're old enough, remember a world before you had to watch every motherfucking syllable that fell out of your mouth. The Emperor's New Clothes, politically correct version. Oh, wait. I forgot. I have a viewer who likes it, a British viewer, who likes it that I do bits. So we're going to read this story since I'm feeling a bit catty with my, oh, my bangs look terrible. Okay, how's that? Ooh, I look more like the Phantom of the Opera than a king. Yes, check out Boss Man Blake. Why? I'm not asking you why you should go check him out. The piece that he wrote, the musical piece he wrote called Why. I know it's hard to take me seriously, one. Okay. Please tell Liplock it unfolded on Crude as Fuck. I haven't watched that channel yet. Okay. So, here we go. Now quit distracting me with the chat. It's hard enough to have cataracts, poor vision caused by multiple sclerosis, wearing progressive bifocals with a fucking mask on over the glasses. Let's get real, please. So, here we go. The Emperor's New Clothes. Far away in a time long past, there lived a traveling tailor who found himself in an unfamiliar country. Now, tailors who move from place to place normally keep to themselves and are careful not to overstep the bounds of local decency. This tailor, though, was overly gregarious and decorum impaired. And soon he was at a local inn, abusing alcohol, invading the personal space of the female employees, and telling unenlightened stories about tinkers, dung gatherers, and other tradespeople. The innkeeper complained to the police, who grabbed the tailor and dragged him in front of the emperor. As you might expect, a lifetime of belief in the absolute legitimacy of the monarchy and in the inherent superiority of males had turned the emperor into a vain and wisdom-challenged tyrant. The tailor noticed these traits and decided to use them to his advantage. The emperor asked, "Do you have any last requests before I..." Did I skip a line? Oh, no. The emperor asked, "Do you have any last requests before I banish you from my domain forever?" The tailor replied, "Only that your majesty allow me the honor of crafting a new royal wardrobe, for I have brought with me a special fabric that is so rare and fine that it can be seen only by certain people. The type of people you'd want to have in your realm. People who are politically correct, morally righteous, intellectually astute, culturally tolerant, and who don't smoke, drink, laugh at sexist jokes, watch too much television, listen to country music, or barbecue." After a moment's thought, the emperor agreed to this request. He was flattered by the fascist and testosterone-heavy idea that the empire and its inhabitants existed only to make him look good. It would be like having a trophy wife and multiplying that feeling by 100,000. Of course, no such rarefied fabric existed. Years of living outside the bounds of normal society had forced the tailor to develop his own moral code that obliged him to swindle and embarrass the emperor in the name of independent craftspeople everywhere. So, as he diligently labored, he was able to convince the emperor and sewing pieces of fabric that in the strictest objective sense of reality didn't exist. When the tailor announced that he was finished, the emperor looked at his new robes in the mirror. As he stood there, as the day he was born, one could see how years of exploiting the peasantry had turned his body into an ugly mass of puffy white flesh. The emperor, of course, saw this too, but pretended that he could see the beautiful, politically correct robes. To show off his new splendor, he ordered a parade to be held the very next day. On the following morning, his subjects lined the streets for the big parade. Word had spread about the emperor's new clothes that only enlightened people with healthy lifestyles could see, and everyone was determined to be more right-minded than his or her neighbor. The parade began with great hoopla. As the emperor marched his pale, bloated, patriarchal carcass down the street, everyone loudly oohed and awed at his beautiful new clothes. All except one small boy who shouted, "The emperor is naked!" The parade stopped. The emperor paused. A hush fell over the crowd until one quick-thinking peasant shouted, "No, he isn't! The emperor is merely endorsing a clothing-optional lifestyle." A cheer went up from the crowd, and the throng stripped off their clothes and danced in the sun as nature had intended. The country was clothing optional from that day forward. And the tailor, deprived of any livelihood, packed up his needle and thread and was never heard from again. I love how y'all put up with me. I'm squirrely, as Carrie Bishop, one of our mods, likes to. I'm squirrely, she's squirrely, y'all are squirrely, or you wouldn't be here watching me. Squirrely in a good way. So, I always like to leave you on a light note, and we've been on for more than an hour. Vicky, I love you too. Shippy68, you love Storytime. Tracy, I love you too. John QQ, I had to put on the mask to get over being nervous, sir, about you being in my house. But if you were here, I would give you some fresh ground coffee, or coffee made from fresh ground beans, Sumatran, I think, and real whipped cream. Because right now, here in Arkansas, outside my house, it is a brisk 21 degrees Fahrenheit. Hi, Leanne Ferguson. So, baby dolls, I'm not going to take you outside with me to smoke. I think I heard Bob come in. Hopefully he brought the smokes I so desperately do not need but want. Yes, we're all silly squirrels. And have a great day. And so, you're back? Well, guess what, Shay Safe Place? We're leaving. We're putting on our scooting boots, and we're going to head right on out onto the smoking porch. But I'm not going to try to take y'all out there with me, babies, because I'm afraid that the cold would really not be good. Oh, East Coastin'. Honey, I'm sorry. You can rewind. It's only an hour and 10 minutes long. Unless I just keep going on and on and on, which I'm not going to do because I really want a cigarette. And I can't take you with me because it's too cold. So, all right. Don't ever lose your sense of humor. When it gets too wild, pump the brakes on the crazy train. If there's someone you love and care about that's going a little over the top, Just remind them. You got the cray-cray set at about 8 right now. Could you take it down to about 3 or 4 for me? Am I likely to flip out and have some kind of woo on my channel again? Well, hell yeah. But today, this evening, because we don't know what's coming yet on YouTube there's been some people we hadn't seen for a few days. It could go woo. So, if you watch YouTube tonight, do your best to not contribute to the craziness. Okay? And if it goes totally over the top, then we'll talk about that on another day. But let's hope that it doesn't. All right. I, as usual, would tell you to behave yourselves, but why waste my breath and your time? Won't do it. I love you very much, and I'll see you on the flip-flop.